drinking it because, I want to make sure that I'm not drinking something that's going to cause me harm.
After weeks of questions about the safety of the water in East Palestine today, Ohio Governor Mike DeWine and EPA Administrator Michael Regan came back to town.
Now, they visited more homes and they filled glasses from the tap and drank the water.
We believe in science, so we don't feel like we're being your guinea pig, but we don't mind proving to you that we believe the water's safe.
Okay,
Here's to
thank you. I
Caroline.
appreciate that.
Here's to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Really something there. And while more than 1 million gallons of contaminated water and 15,000 pounds of contaminated soil have already been removed, there's still a lot to be done to help East Palestine recover from this month's train derailment.
Now the EPA is ordering Norfolk Southern to do all the cleanup. That legally binding order will require the railroad to identify and clean up contaminated soil and water, reimburse the EPA for cleaning services offered to residents and businesses, attend public meetings, post information online, and pay for the EPA's work done under this order. If Norfolk Southern does not do any of those things, the EPA will step in, do the work, and charge the railroad triple the cost.
But we're going to work together, day by day, for as long as it takes, to make sure that this community feels at home once again.
Norfolk Southern released a statement today saying it's committed to doing what's right for the residents of East Palestine and that it has been and will continue to pay for all the cleanup.
Governor DeWine and Administrator Regan also visited the new health clinic that the Ohio Department of Health opened in East Palestine today. People in the community with questions or concerns about symptoms following that derailment can make an appointment to talk to a medical health professional. Now, a lot has been happening in East Palestine today.
Another busy day. News 5 anchor DeLon Dillard was there for all of it.
And Rob Courtney, I've been here on the ground in East Palestine since the health clinic opened its doors around noon today. We are about a mile or so away from that train derailment site, and I've been speaking with so many residents here, so many people really just coming up to me wanting to share their stories. They tell me they are frustrated, they're angry, but they are also worried about not only their health currently, but what their health could look like in the near future. Weeks after catastrophe hit a small town of just 4,700 people, you don't have to go far to find people directly impacted.
I feel betrayed. I'm angry. I'm scared.
A train carrying toxic chemicals derailed in East Palestine on February 3rd. Roger Walker says the crash site is just blocks from his home, and his health hasn't been the same since that day.
I'm having respiratory problems, dry cough, headaches are escalating. Along with my wife.
You're thinking, okay, I'm feeling good now, but what's going to happen down the road?
Other neighbors have also reported medical complaints like headaches, rashes, and coughing. We were there Tuesday as the state opened a free clinic for anyone with health concerns. But EPA officials say they've tested the soil, water, and air, and it's safe and will continue testing.
Our data is very solid, and we believe that in our partnership with the state, that we have absolute confidence in if the homes have been cleared and tested for drinking water, then we trust that data.
Do you trust health officials telling you that your water is clean?
Hell no. No way.
And that's where this town's true altruism comes into play. Just a block from the health clinic, these men from a local church are passing out water to anyone who wants it. And apparently, a lot of people do.
As scripture tells us, love your neighbor as yourself. And, do for one, you do for all.
In the weeks and months ahead, neighbors say they're going to be here for each other. And Tuesday, during a news conference, Governor DeWine said he plans to hold Norfolk Southern accountable as well.
The railroad needs to pay for anything that they caused, anything that they did. So when someone shows up at the clinic and if they do not have insurance, the railroad needs to be made to pay for that.
Okay, so we have a new development that just broke here in the past 30 minutes or so. Pennsylvania's Attorney General just confirmed she received a criminal referral regarding the derailment here at East Palestine. That referral, in fact, came from Pennsylvania's Department of Environmental Protection. I can also tell you the AG declined to comment on whether Norfolk Southern is specifically the subject of that complaint. As far as Ohio is concerned, however, we are not aware of any criminal complaint at this time. Governor DeWine was questioned about any future criminal proceedings. He said, quote, AG Yost will take appropriate action. I guarantee you that. Rob, Court.
Couple weeks full of news. DeLon has more for us right there. DeLon, thank you very much. And we are not done. Calls for changes to make the nation's railroads safer are now coming from D.C. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg released a list of reforms today, including trying to revive a proposed rule requiring upgraded brakes on trains considered high hazard flammable, and also looking at expanding which trains are covered by the high hazardous rules, something Governor DeWine has been calling for as well. The Federal Railroad Administration will also work to finalize its proposed rule requiring a two-person crew on most trains during a time when some railroads are trying to cut that down to one person.
Now, as we have from the beginning, News 5 will continue to follow new developments on the East Palestine train derailment and the recovery, both on air and online. And ABC's and former News 5 anchor Mona Kosar Abdi will have the latest from East Palestine, including concerns from area farmers. That's coming up next on World News Tonight with David Muir.